Wonder YouTube, how y'all doing? Welcome back to my very Guyanese channel where I do me. If you are a new subscriber, welcome to my channel. If you are an old subscriber, welcome back and thank you for staying. Remember that if you like today's content, remember to like my video, share it, comment in the comment section, and once you're subscribed, to put on your notification bells so that you will be notified every time that I post here on YouTube. In today's video, I wanted to do something a little different. I'm trying my best to do videos where I can interact with people but not have to actually go and meet them because of COVID. A lot of places are not open, so we can't like gather and so on. So I decided that I will call a few of my friends. Hopefully they will answer because I notified them this time, to ask them what it is that they expect on a first date. What is it that they would expect the man to do on the first date? And if it is a man, what the man would expect the woman to do on the first date. Should they talk about marriage? Who should pay the bill? Stuff like that. So I messaged them earlier today. Hopefully I get on to them and they don't not answer the phone. So I'm now actually checking your messages, guys. If you messaged me and said you couldn't do it, then so be it, right? So first person I'm gonna call. My friends are so loving. I'm now checking your messages, guys. Some of them said anything for you, babe. Okay, babe. But sure, anything for you. You guys are so precious. Oh my gosh, melting my heart. Anyway, I'm gonna call these people and see what is it they expect on their first date. So hopefully the Wi-Fi doesn't fail me and you get to hear them clearly. Come on, answer. You might recognize these voices. Please don't call them in the comments section. And just for reference, I have what I want to say written down. Hello, dear.
Hi, Tiff.
So, I'm actually filming right now, right?
Good afternoon.
Yes, so I'm filming right now, right? So, I have the questions here. You don't have to be worried. So, basically, I am asking you, what do you expect or what are the responsibilities of the person that you're going on the date with? What do you expect from them? Like, who should pay? What kind of date should it be? Should it have a budget? And what do you want to talk about? So the first one is, who should pay?
Okay. Truthfully, it depended on who asked who to go out.
Okay.
Like, if I'm to ask a guy to go, I should be at least footing half the bill or some of the bill, because it would be a little bit egotistical. You know, I'm the man and I have to pay, but in a relationship, I think the bill should be half now. I agree on that.
I agree. But sometimes it's nice to take your man out, right? And as women, we should incorporate that into our routine of taking men out, not just having them take us out. Anyway, the next question is, what kind of date would you want?
Correct.
What kind of date would you want on your first date? Something fancy, or he could cook? What kind of date you would like? You would go to KFC on your first date?
My first date, I would prefer cooking.
You would
cooking, and because you know I like eat.
Yeah.
So I prefer my first date, the guy cook.
Yeah, that's a bit more intimate. I like that idea.
And money.
It's intimate. I like that. If you could cook for me and it is good, yes. So the next question is, should there be a budget for the first date? Like, you want him to cook fancy stuff, or it could just could it just be like a sandwich and a little wine, or it gotta be a whole 4-course meal?
I think it's like the effort put into it. You cook what you can afford.
Okay, I like the answer. And last question.
But make sure that it looks good, right?
Yeah, last question.
You should have
Yeah, sorry for interrupting. Continue.
Good, continue.
what I'm saying is what.
Yeah, I'm saying it should have the wine.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes. Continue.
Good. What I'm saying is it should have a bottle of wine at least. The wine don't even have to be very expensive, but as long as there's a bottle of wine and the meal look good, it's placed
Neatly.
nice. The decor is nice. That would complete it. It don't even have to be expensive.
Okay. And last question before I let you go. What should you talk about? What should you talk about on the first date?
On the first date, don't get too personal.
Okay.
Don't get too don't talk too much of what you would have done in the past, because at that time you don't know that person. So you tell them cover things like what it was like growing up, and keep some of the bad details out.
Okay.
What it was like growing up, what school you went, what your friendships are like. Yeah, stuff like that.
Okay. Thank you so much for participating, and look out for your answers in my next video.
You're welcome, hon.
Okay, bye. Okay, so that was the first person. I really like her answers. Some stuff similar to what I would want on a first date. I mean, everybody wants to go on a dinner date and so on, but if the man can cook, for me, I think that is romantic. In all truth and honesty, I do believe that you should have a budget, because you never know what is the man's financial position at that time. So you should have a budget. And coming back to what you should talk about, for me, I want to talk about serious stuff on the first date. Like, do you go to church? It's important for me. I'm a Christian. I want to know if you're religious. But I don't have to deal with that anymore. I'm married, so yeah. But those are some of the things that I would say, you know, need to talk about. So we're gonna call a guy next. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Good afternoon, and I'm filming right now. So what I wanted to ask you is, what do you expect on the first date from a woman? As in, what are, not from your point of view of already being on a date or whatever, but if you were to go on a date, right? What would you expect from the woman? The first thing I want to know is who should pay first? Or who should pay, sorry, not who should pay first. Pardon?
I would say, I'm traditional, so I would say the guy should pay. But I'm not going to go against being spoiled. So
yes, and I
the
do.
girl can pay at some point.
Okay, and I do support that men should be spoiled sometime. So I don't see it as being a problem if a woman pays for a man to eat. So the next question is, what kind of date should it be? Should it be a home cooked meal? Should it be a fancy restaurant? Would you go to KFC? Would you have a hamburger on the seawall? What should it be in the first date?
I think the first date should be outdoor. So it should be something like a public space. The idea of having a date at home with a home cooked meal is too intimate for me. That's something I would want to do with someone when I'm on another level with them.
Okay.
Invite them into my house.
Yes.
Yeah. So KFC doesn't sound like a bad idea. The Seawall doesn't sound like a bad idea either. I've never been in any of those, but those are like bad ideas at all.
Okay, so that question leads into the third out of 4 questions. Should there be a budget for your first date?
Yeah, there should always be a budget.
Okay.
Because a lot of us go broke trying to look rich.
Yeah.
That happened to me quite a few times while I was in secondary school. Couldn't afford much, but wanted to
impress the girl.
Impress people.
Alright.
So yeah, we should set a limit.
Yeah. Okay,
yeah,
so
if it's a mutual relationship, mutual understanding, we can both pitch in.
yeah. So the last question I have for you is, what should you talk about?
Should we talk about it?
As in, should it be a
It's a hard
serious
question.
conversation or just, you know, getting to know you? Or do you want to know right away if they want children or stuff like that? Because people do have conversations.
No. No. I don't think it should be a serious conversation. We don't want to chase the person away.
Yeah.
I think it should be just me casually getting to know you.
Yep.
Me getting to see what you like, what you dislike. But nothing too serious. What is the name of your child, or what is the name of the child you want to have? How many children you want to have? When do you want your wedding to be? That would push me away.
Okay.
That sounds like a serial killer kind of thing.
Indeed. Anyway,
I mean, it's good to have good plans, but too much plans scare people.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, thank you for participating. I love your answers. I agree with all of them actually. It sounds like a day that I would plan for somebody. So thank you so much and bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Okay, so that was which caller? That was our second caller. Well, my second person that I called. Anyway, you guys are so nice. Some of these comments, like, so nice. Try that person back. So I'm not getting on to most people, but I hope I get this person. Yes, ma'am. So you're on my YouTube video, so I informed you this time, right? Okay, so basically the question is, what do you expect, or what are the responsibilities of a man on the first date if a man were to take you out? I have 4 questions that I'm going to ask you, and the first one is, who should pay on the first date?
Well, I think the guy should pay because he's the one that asks you out. But sometimes, I mean, if you end up going to like a fancy place and you know the bill is tight, you can offer to pay as a woman. Nothing wrong with it.
Okay, so if you were the one that asked him out, you will be paying?
Yeah, I would pay.
Okay, great.
I don't have a problem.
So the next one is, what kind of date should it be? Should it be a restaurant date, a home cooked meal? Would you mind if a guy took you to Pizza Hut on the first date, or took you for ice cream on the seawall?
Pizza Hut? First date, it don't really matter. Where we go, once is not at his house.
Okay, so no.
Yeah, movies, restaurants, seawall. You know, you could go out and hang and chill somewhere.
Okay, so that question leads into this one. Should there be a budget for your first date?
Depending on who asks who. Because if he's asking me, then he has to know how much money he got. You know, to say if we could go to the movies at this level or some fancy restaurant at that level. You understand?
Okay.
If it's me, I can pick a place that I could afford.
Okay, great. So the last question is, what should you talk about on your first date? Should you talk about getting to know you stuff, or you can jump right into, do you want kids? What kind of job you got? How your income looks? Stuff like that. What you guys should talk about?
Well, I guess it depends on. I guess you would have been messaging the person before, so you're gonna just elaborate on where we are the messaging on. You know, talk about anything is open now. You get to actually meet the person, so you're gonna ask back all the questions. You know, everything, but not too much like the pressure. Remember, you're gonna suss out this thing. To see if this guy into the conversation or not, and you go with the flow, you know.
Okay. One thing about when I call you, your internet connection always clear and I could hear you lovely. Unlike everybody else, I got straight in my ears and put the phone close to the mic, but I can hear you very well. Anyway, thank you so much for participating, and look out for your answers in this video. Bye.
Alright, good. Yeah, bye.
Okay, so she is always a good sport. Whenever I have anything to do, I can just call her and she will answer. The other person who I always want to get on these videos, I was getting through to her, but due to some power difficulties, I can't speak to her. But she too is also a good sport, and I would love to call her one of these days because she's always a good sport. Okay guys, so in the middle of the video my WhatsApp needed to be updated, so it's doing that at the moment. I wouldn't wait anymore because I'm not getting on to the other people. So it looks like we just had 3 people today, and I'm so grateful that they answered their phones. Thank you so much for watching at today's video. Now y'all go along, y'all wait.